Hello and welcome to our second session of Barotrauma. We are using the Etera role-playing system from Nicolas, which is 2d12 rolling below our skill, basically, like rolling below our attributes. And yeah, we got Nicolas and we got Solmi here.
Hello, man.
How are you? Good to see you.
Okay, we are having some technical difficulties here, so I will do my best to keep to stay in character here. I'll keep the flow going, but if something happens, you've been warned now. Like if this is too much, man, I don't know. Maybe you better leave the theater.
Yeah,
This
and
is too real for you.
Yeah.
it will definitely be Solona's fault for making the wrong call at some point, but it's my technical problem though.
Yeah, we are doing it live. We are doing it raw, the raw footage over here. Right. I even got
And it's not a setup.
It's not a setup. No. I'm not clever enough for a good setup. That's the problem. All right.
Yeah, right.
So, quick recap. What happened last time? The crew, Bartholomew and Jeremiah, have been hired on the workhorse, which is known as a transport submarine, to go out and deliver goods, which is located in one of the humps of the camel. And on the journey, they are supposed to collect some resources, traveling for a good while, getting to know the crew. They encountered mud raptors, which tore into the hull, slain the captain, and killed a bunch of the crew members who sealed the rift. Returning back on ship, Jeremiah distinguished himself to become the new captain and figure out what to do, as the group discussed to return empty-handed with no resources and only a bunch of IOUs and debts that people will want to collect on the arch. They notice an SOS signal coming from the Deep Fathom station. Do we go to the station or do we return home and answer to the investors, basically? 30 minutes pass. The blood has been cleaned from the floor. The sonar is off. A gentle rumbling from the engines that rock through the whole submarine as it is stationary. Bartholomew.
I am wiping the sweat off my brow with my forearm. Walking through some hallways, my feet clanking on the metallic floor. Opening some doors. After walking through some 3 rooms, I approach the main bridge and I knock on the door. Bam, 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 bam. Jeremiah, are you there, mate?
I stand about over the radar with one hand on each side, staring at the rotating line, looking for something. I snap out of it. Come in, come.
I
Come in.
punch a button. The door slides. Jeremiah, I once again finish wiping off the sweat. We've me and the boys fixed everything. No holes, and we I have the body. Captain, are we really going through with this? Are you approaching the SOS signal?
I'm still leaning over the radar, not taking my eyes away or turning my body. Bartholomew, we can't have these formalities. We only have 5 people on board. It's a real crisis. You just go in if you need to do something on the bridge. Just do it. We can't. Oh, yeah.
On the screens of the bridge, the CRT curved screens, you see the technical layouts of the camel as the air dock on the bottom side opens up for one of the crew members, the live signal returning back on board.
I look, Jeremiah. I know.
Filling up with water.
I continue on speaking behind you. Look, Jeremiah. We've known each other for a while now, and I think it's safer to return to the Ark.
I turn around and look at my old friend and new accomplice. Return to what and with what? I've been at this for years, and what have I gotten out of it?
You got out of it on the cost of what, 3 lives? I don't say that to make you feel guilty. I say that because if you press on forward, follow the SOS signal, it might be the cost of more 4, 5, everyone, who knows. If they need help, what does that tell about us? They are a whole station.
It might be the right call. We the only ones who no. I'm the captain now. We're going through. It's our duty. And yeah, that's it. It's an order.
I raise my finger and hold myself. Now I puff my chest, stating at least half a foot taller than you. Very well, Captain. Force a smile. And I turn my back and start walking out of the bridge. Doof, doof, doof.
Oh, just hold it.
A radio signal disrupts you both that comes through the bridge console, audible for all in the room. Matthew speaking. I've returned from the dive and collected the 2 damaged suits with the bodies inside. They will need some maintenance if they are to be used again, so we have 2 good suits available for now.
I look over my shoulder, looking back.
Jeremiah. Oh, the audio is not working.
Still no sound.
No. It cut off.
Leave the call and try getting in again real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I reach for the intercom, push down the button hard. Excellent work, Matthew. We may need these suits for the reinforcements.
Okay, Captain. It might take a couple of hours to fix them. We are not really equipped with the proper tools.
I start leaving the room mid conversation. Don't.
Yeah, could you repeat that? I could not hear what you said.
I start leaving the room mid conversation. I walk out of the door of the main bridge.
I did not hear what the Solanas said either.
He needs time, a few hours to fix the suits.
Bart, are you there? Don't go.
I stop once again. This time I turn my full body with both hands in my pockets. A tired look on my face. Yes, Captain.
So I feel we should just give this one more thought. Just look at everything one more time.
Feel like whatever input I had to give you, I already gave. I'm going on below the decks. I'm gonna help Matt with the suits. I think whatever you might come up with, think of it for a while. I think will help you, Captain.
All right, just one thing. I'll need you at your best. We all need to be at our best. And I turn around, staring at the radar.
I turn my back, leaving, and I yell, "I'm always on my best!" Going down a ledge.
The signal continues every minute. Beep 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 beep. You feel the
Few more.
substance that has been picked up from the suit in your pockets.
I suddenly remember the bag of unknown substance I recovered from that Mark II suit. I feel with my hands on the pocket and slowly pull it out and looking at it, smelling it, seeing for any signs of labeling.
There is an inscription. It's a bit washed. Some of the words are gone, but you can make out it's saying Calixonite.
Ixonite. I hit the intercom. Doctor, doctor to the bridge, immediately.
Bartholomew.
Walking through another two set of rooms, I approach near the entrance, the air gate entrance where the suits are. Hey there, Matt. May I help you with the suits? That is. Is there anything I can do, man?
Matthew, dragging in the bodies from the airlock to the changing room. With him, Dr. Simone unfolding body bags next to the suits as he starts taking off the helmet. Oh, Bartholomew. Yes, please. It's easy to get in, but I don't know how to get these bodies out.
Yes. Leave it to me, Dr. Simone. I can take care of this.
Oh, thank you. It's much she disrupts herself as she hears the crackling on the headset. Oh, I'm needed. Good luck
Oh,
with those.
convenient.
She grabs the
Yes,
ladder and
yes.
starts climbing up.
I step back to let her give her path, give her way, and I approach Matt, and kneel down, start going for the latches in the suit. I'm sorry, big man, but you have to see this. As the smell of the ocean and blood starts filling my nostrils.
Yeah, he looks down at the body. I'm lucky it wasn't me, and that I am needed by the reactor. He tries to pull at the arm. It appears to be stuck, like it's swollen up or something.
Mm. Let me help you. I grab it with both my arms and I put one leg against the torso. Really try to pull.
Like soaked up with ocean water, you pull it loose. A bit of tearing sound.
I almost fall back. Yeah. And I raise it up to look at the damage. Back in it. I scowl a bit with my face.
The suit itself has persisted several deep puncture wounds that need to be woven and welded on uh, 2 3 different layers to regain integrity in this depth.
Yeah. I'll you know what? I'll uh, I'll remove the bodies and I'll let you do the suits. What'd you say, man? I smile
Sounds
at Matt.
sounds good. If only we
Yeah,
had
just
a workbench on this submarine, but it's too small to install one of those normally.
yeah. Well, we gotta make do with what we have. Just flip that one. I need to open. We need to open this from the back, and I
Got it.
start removing the suit slowly from the corpse.
The door opens and Dr. Simone steps onto the bridge. You need something?
Simone, good that you could come so fast. We are docking soon with the station. We need to be ready. uh, what's your take on the situation, Dr. Simone?
Well, We have lost about 4 crew members with the captain. We have a delivery to make still. But I don't know if we can even consider a mining operation understaffed like this. There will be nobody ready to man the guns if we needed it.
Exactly. We need those extra crew members. Good that you're with me. Look, could you help me out? I'm not great with chemicals. I breathe heavily and sit down very heavily on the navigation chair and point towards the bag that is sitting nonchalant on some of the instruments.
She furls her brows and adjusts her glasses, taking the bag onto her long, finely made nails. Looking at it, this appears to be a dose of calixonite. Well, not one dose. This could last for like a whole crew. Interesting.
Some sort of mutagen. What is it?
Well, in its refined form, we use it to heal an aggressive parasite that takes control over fauna. But well, this stuff is raw. In its raw form, some people they use it to. She's like starts thinking about it. This is not good. Oh no, this is. Where did you get this from? She looks really confused, like jumping from a thought to the next.
We have bigger problems than a bag of strange chemicals. Don't you think that it's just tell us what it is? Let's have it.
Well, there are rumors of a new cult forming amongst the stations. Not really on the Ark. The Ark is a stable and safe haven for most people, but all the stations we need to keep the network running and the Ark to stay afloat for the resources to pass back and forth. People have started like revering this parasite as a form of a god and thinking if they can absorb the parasites and become one with it using this material, this calixolite. It's like suppressing the parasite inside their bodies to increase their own powers. But that's not possible. Too many people usually just die and the parasite explodes out of the body and continue moving around to spread itself.
But Simone, I appreciate your efforts. We need this sort of cheering up in a situation like this. And good stories. No, just yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I can tell you who had it. It. I confiscated it from one of the new guys.
You've had it from one of
I had
the
it.
one of the diving suits?
Yes, I took it before the dive, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the owner is dead,
Well,
eaten up. You know the deal.
Well, if you want, I might be able to refine this into the antidote version. I wouldn't advise to use it raw in its current state, but it is quite a valuable substance. That is for sure.
Good. Yes,
Okay.
please do.
Okay, will do. She takes the bag, putting it into her west pocket, and moves outside. Bartholomew.
Feeling. Wow.
Putting a full body now on top of the open body bag. I give one final look to the body before zipping it up. Well, why is it so swollen? And I scratch my beard. Do you reckon pressure, Matt? I look at him.
Well, it took us a while to sort out if it's even safe to go outside again. I don't know. It was in the water for a good half hour, maybe even an hour before I got it back in.
Now with two black body bags filled. I pick one over, put on my shoulder. I'm gonna take this one out of sight. I'll be back shortly after to get the other one.
Okay.
Thank you, big man. Threading a bit heavily. My feet echo a bit louder on the hull of the submarine.
He's
Walking through
sitting
doors.
cross-legged on the floor. A welding mask over his face. The light sparking as he works on sealing up the suit. The suit plates.
Making my way through one corridor, I approach this one large cabinet. This metallic cabinet. With one hand, I open it. I see the body of the captain there. Excuse me, man. And I adjust the other body bag inside of it and close it. We'll figure out a funeral for you guys later. I look both sides of the corridor. Go back to do the same.
Yeah. Security officer is walking down the corridor carrying a big crate of ammunition.
I just nod at him. Tim?
Barf.
I just press on forward. I even step aside to let him walk by.
He slows down and walking past you, but turns around. Well, it's not a easy name to find a shorthand for Bartholomew. I guess Barf is a bit rude.
Well, yeah, most people say Bart, but whatever. What is a name?
Yeah. You know what we are doing now?
The captain is thinking about either returning to the Ark or following the SOS signal. Once again, like I scratch my beard once again, looking lost in thought. Well, I hope he makes the right call.
That's right. We're not exactly a rescue vessel here, nor do we have the manpower to be one.
Yes. What creeps me out, and I say this as this large man, is that if they are in need of help, what does that make of us? A full-on station in need of help? We should not be doing that.
Could be a rebellion on board, having taken over the station. But if the signal is still outgoing, it makes they should have turned it off by now. Those kind of things don't reach the Ark until it's too late, usually.
Yes, that's what unsettles me. I do this gesture at him. If we do end up going to the base, do we have enough guns to man the personnel? I remember I saw some on the log cabinet, but I think some people have to go unarmed.
Well, we do have a shotgun, a couple of rifles, and pistols for the rest of it. But I can, I should be able. We're not that many. You should be able to have like 3 or 4 security vests to stop any lethal blows. And there's always the option to walk around with the big diving suits. You're just really slow and an easy target, but they catch most bullets.
I nod in thought. Very well. Thank you for everything. If you excuse me.
He nods, carrying the big crate with both arms, moving it to the gun turret station.
After going back to the room where Matt is, and I walk up to the body bag, and I project my voice to Matt a bit louder so he can hear through the welding torch sound. Hey Matt, after I'm done with this one, do you think you need me here? Can I help with anything?
I got this covered here.
All right, I'll be in the kitchen then. I'll try to make something to cheer us up. I bend down and retrace my steps. Do the same thing with the body bag.
Jeremiah.
I take a deep sigh and get up from the navigation chair. I grab the captain's pistol from its locker and tie it around my waist and look around for a cap. Then I remember what happened to the captain's head and forget about it. I investigate the submarine controls and try and remember the right sequence for engaging the floaters, the propellers.
The camel transport ship, being an old, almost classical submarine used for many short journeys of deliveries, controls are recognizable.
I hit the intercom. We are about to take off. I request the presence of all hands on the bridge that are not required elsewhere. I know that you may have second thoughts, and that is understandable. there might be a strange situation that we can actually do something about at the station. Nobody knows, and the least we can do is investigate. Captain out.
It barely takes a minute before the security officer shows up.
Okay. Good to see you, good man. How is security?
Well, not much to do when everybody falls in line. I got the chain gun reloaded, and the coil gun's batteries are recharged.
What are our chances if we were to be attacked once again on our way back to Ark? Well,
Well, it is all about catching them before they catch us, right? With those mud raptors. I'm just not that good with wildlife down here, but they appear to be aggressing after the sonar hit them.
you saying they reacted to being hit by the sonar?
I believe so, but it's just a guess.
That is highly unusual. How are we supposed to see them if... Well, never... we also put our faith in Bart. Maybe he will be able to spot them this time. He is an expert spotter after all. I nod to myself. But let's get this boat sailing. And I engage the controls.
Bartholomew.
After putting the second body bag in the same locker, now pushing the door so that the door locks, I start making my way to the kitchen.
As you turn, you notice the empty torpedo tubes on the other side of the wall.
I make a reaction and approach them to analyze it up close.
Big enough to fit the body, but a camel is not stocked with torpedoes.
I just make a mental note and shrug it off, go back to the kitchen. There, I see the mud raptor on top of one of the tables, half blown off. Analyzing it up close now, it's cheating like carapace. I get very in close to where the meat is and try to sniff it.
Doesn't the smells are overpowered by the salt of the oceans, stopping it stopping it from getting bad with all the salts.
I tap the doctor said you're edible, and I turn around, opening some drawers, cabinets. I find a large knife. Like I test the sharpness on my thumb. I just scrape it enough. Okay.
It appears to have been used for a good decade and not well maintained.
Typical low deck. I try and look around for a sharpening stone.
There's one installed on the table itself that looks at a similar disrepair, but usable.
Well, I look at the knife, at the sharpener. Well, either food or a tetanus. Whatever. I start sharpening.
You
I look back at the knife. I grab a dingy sponge, like just to clean off the rusty beads.
the chitin
Right.
itself is the gives the most resistance.
I use the knife as a lever to dislodge the chitin, so we can show the exposed meat. I grab the chitin. I hit it. I put it aside, and I start making incisions, square incisions on the side of the creature. A few sticks should do. And I proceed on to cut some steaks.
The creature shows no signs of resistance once the chitin has been moved aside. The meat itself bleeding still.
After my hands now bloody, no gloves or anything at all, I set apart five decent medium-sized cuts and get a frying pan. Like looking for more ingredients, I go to the fridge and I open it. Oh, here, right. This old half-frozen cooking oil doesn't. I look at it like, yeah.
The fridge itself having several stuffs inside you, lunch boxes written down with names and dates. Most of them being the Captain Garrett, some of the other names of deceased crew members.
Before closing the door, I open it up. I stared at it for a few seconds, and I put it out to put on the counter. Oh, no use. You guys have no use for this one now. Close the door.
Jeremiah, you need my help with the controls? As a security officer, like looks over the different inputs on the consoles.
Of course, it's not exactly my peak area of expertise, as you know. You think we could navigate to that station using visuals only? No sonar. Seems crazy. Like if we hit a huge rock near the bottom when we descend or something like that.
Well, hold on, I got. What did it say? The manual describes something about when you have contact with dangerous fauna, you can identify it through the sonar. But that takes a good eye. It's the continuous pinging that lets them track where it's coming from. I believe the sonar was running through the whole battle last time, which really aggravated them into a frenzy.
Yeah. Well, I would say we have radio contact.
Roger. Evade contact. I think we can do that. Should not be too hard. We still, even in this trench, there's enough room to maneuver in the camel.
I mean radio contact with station. Short range means might still be active, right?
Can you repeat that?
When we approach the station, we might be able to pick up short-range radio signals. Don't you think?
That is a good idea. You should be able to. As long they have access to their comms array, we should be able to pick up any signals.
We probably need Bart to sit here and keep an eye on the instruments, right? I hit the intercom. Mr. Bartholomew, you are needed. Hands on the bridge.
Bartholomew, the steak sizzling inside the pan.
For Kraken's sake. I turn off the cooktop, smelling the steak. I stare at it for 3 seconds in silence, and grab a towel, just kind of wipe my hands, and make my way up, climbing some latches, arriving near arriving at the entrance of the main bridge, opening the door. Bartholomew here.
And, with a half smile on my face and hands out. Yes, good. Good you could come. We need someone to buy that radio signal and that sonar, but only very sparsely. Not too much sonar. We are approaching the station, looking for life signs. It's very exciting.
Hearing the word station, I visibly lower my head, like starts rubbing my face. I look at Timothy just to see what's his face. Try to read his emotions.
He looking fairly stoic, keeping himself guarded.
It's only my eyes. I turn it back to Jeremiah. So we are going through. Is that correct?
Very cautiously. You have my word. We don't need to any more incidents. Can you guarantee that we are safe on the way back? With so little crew.
All I can guarantee, put my hands on my chest, as an individual, is about myself. I have no control over the waters. I will. I can. Yes, I will man the sonar. I will man it carefully, but I cannot guarantee you that there's not gonna be another mud raptor, breaking through and eating more 3 people.
When we get back to the Ark without anything, we have not delivered our goods, we have not picked up any resources at the mine, we have not even been in radio contact with the SOS sending inhabitants on our vital station. How do you expect me to explain that? You know who those people, how those people are. It's not gonna look good on your reputation either. Yeah, I know you're just here, but you're not really here. Are you with me?
Oh, we could show the body of their captain. We can show the body of 2 people. We can bring in the creature. Yeah. Look, my family, I can leverage the situation to ease not only you, but I point to Timothy, everyone who's alive here. I know you want to, I don't know, end your career on a good note. I get that. But I think you're going to end your career on a body bag. So just look, but I understand hierarchy, okay? I come from the lower deck, from the higher decks. I understand that. Just look at me, Jeremiah, and I approach him very friendly. Put my hand on your shoulder. Just look at my eyes and tell me, you are decided to go there. I
Timothy
will do as you say.
turns himself, like putting both arms in front of his chest, looking at Jeremiah if he should do something.
I think you. I think you're reacting a little bit. You know, um, you've been through a lot. I've been through a lot. We've all been through a lot. In the past, and now we are so in the weeds, so to speak. We have blood and tissue on our hands, and yeah, of course we want to flee and run away and swim away with the tail between our legs, but who's to say those mud raptors aren't expecting that? Uh, oh, look, we just gonna we're just gonna look for life signs. That's it, and scan the area, and we have something to bring with us back home. How's that sound?
I chuckled.
That's a deal. Good.
I tap.
We're going through. Timothy, let's go. Eyes on the sonar.
Timothy,
Now.
Timothy looks at, like, do I look at the sonar, or like he points at Bartholomew?
How comfortable are you with the sonar?
Well, I'd rather man the guns.
You know what? Let the sonar. I walk over to the panel where the sonar is on. No, I can do it. I'll be mindful. Why do I have to do it sparsely though? Wait, I'm a large man, like looking over my shoulder. What's the situation?
Timothy taps the deep scratching mark on the side of the hole inside the bridge. Tap, tap. They don't like it. Makes them real insane, apparently, as we found out the hard way.
I see. Yeah, okay. I put my hand on this little like tiny switch, right? Just so it emits one ping as I stare at the monitor.
That's enough. That's enough. Take it easy with that sonar there, Bart.
I look back. It was just one ping.
That could be one ping too many. Oh,
You know
just
what?
kidding.
Like,
You know it's your job. You do your job. I'm good. Just kidding, kid. It's fine.
I'm breathing in a bit heavy. Like, okay. Then I give it a big smile, like a pained smile. You're right. You're right.
Timothy slaps your shoulder and moves out of the bridge a bit too hastily. And just mumbles something to himself like, what's that smell? Moving his way down the ladder.
When he's out, I look around the room, just make sure nobody's there. And Jeremiah,
There's no person, just a security card of the captain on the consoles.
Jeremiah, I make this come here motion with my hand.
I lean over. What's going on?
I know this is not the moment. And once again, I just to make sure.
I glance down nervously on the ping. Back up.
The screen
Attentively.
itself shows like a topographical vision of the area the workforce is existing.
Okay. Tim is an odd fellow. Like I told you, he might be addicted to something. I don't know. He's very. Before I say anything, he's a very reliable man. I man the guns with him. He knows what he's doing. But what if he's on something that will make him act up if he does not get his fix? That reliableness can turn 180 real quick.
Oh, we need him. He's a good man.
We absolutely need him. I'm just saying, please be mindful.
Just a moment. Just a moment. I ping the intercom. Dr. Simone, please, it's an emergency. Please interrupt whatever you're doing. We need to talk at the bridge now, please. Look, Bart, I'm gonna say it right out. Just keep it to yourself, please. We've found a bag of strange chemicals. It's basically Timothy's. We're refining it. Yeah, you heard the rumors, right? Everybody heard the rumors by now, right?
I clearly emote like surprise. My face like, oh, a bag of something? Where?
Selexicide. Subjectite. Yeah.
I scratch my beard.
You hear
they are supposed
the notch getting unclamped on the door, opening up as Dr. Simone enters the bridge.
Huh? Doctor.
Bing! Yes? Who's dying? She's standing there with the first aid kit at the ready, looking at both of you, bewildered that none of you have any body wounds. Emergency?
Doctor.
Are you kidding me?
Look, not that kind of emergency, obviously. It's no.
I thought Timothy shot you or something.
No, not yet. No. Bites, why don't you explain the situation?
Uh, uh, I kind of bumble a bit, and with one hand on the console, I just turn my body towards them. So I reported to the captain a suspicion of mine, and then he brought to my knowledge that there's drugs on board, which confirmed my what I've thought, and I think it belongs to Timothy, to put it bluntly.
Drugs? What kind of drugs do you mean?
I look at Jeremiah.
Okay, let me just be honest with you, Doctor. I tried to keep it secret that it was Timothy's, selected the one I gave you earlier, and you kindly promised to make use of it.
Oh, the Calixonite, yeah.
Yes, we may need to keep a bit of that maybe for emergencies. Unrefined.
Well, I can portion some of it. You didn't mention that, but I guess I can cancel some of the processes and keep a little bit in the original form.
Yeah, listen, we're not going on a long journey with somebody who needs their uh and they're not getting it right. I mean, I understand this. Most of everybody.
If this, but it's, she's trying to think of words, figuring out Calixonite is not really used as a drug of pleasure or focus. The only reason why Timothy
Really?
would use such a thing is to keep the parasite in check.
Oh,
Doctor, I interrupt. Did you not run a check on everybody? Wouldn't the parasite have, I don't know, showed on the results, on the blood or something?
Well, I do run checks, but so they're not very invasive. I check if they're of sound health and mind. I check their physical fitness, and if they are sane enough or just insane enough to be on a submarine mission for several months. But to make real invasive checks takes a lot of resources, the kinds that the captain didn't want to shell out for a simple transport mission.
Let's say he had a parasite. How long would it take to consume him?
Oh,
Bing!
could the topographic vision changes as you're moving with the ship along the Shimmer Trench, and you see at the very edge a reflecting of a signal back.
Wait. I raise a hand. I think we're approaching the facility.
It's recognizable
when
with a signal dish that reflects pings back to so that submarines and stations can recognize each other.
A relay.
yeah, actually in a water buoy. Good, we're on track. Keep going.
The number itself saying 5 km distance. The
So
doctor
listen,
looks at you, Bartholomew, and says, "Well, honestly, I've no clue how long they're supposed to survive with such a thing. Maybe, I mean, if he's using it for himself, he could maybe take months. If some people are not used, like cannot deal with it, might be less than a week."
one
Could you
important question.
just
Can it be cured? Or is this a permanent condition?
4 kilometers. Well, permanent. I don't know. What depends on the stage it's in. If I can refine the calixonite as I was about to do in the laboratory, I can probably cure like a couple or three people that are being freshly infected, like no less than 3 days old. But if it has mutated inside the body and formed to be and started connecting through his nervous system, there's need for invasive surgery.
Yeah, not on board this ship. Sorry, no.
I
Please
got
keep enough of.
I got a med bay. I can remove a bullet, but I cannot get rid of a living parasite.
Ah, visibly relieved, I lean back. Thank you, Simone. Thank you. Please keep enough of this chemical for 1 month of use to keep him alive, if we need that. Dismissed. I
Okay.
look with a stern look.
She leaves closes the door behind her. 3 kilometers on the CRT screen.
But we need to think this through a bit. I don't think that, yeah, parasites will not be, publicly, accepted. So, we could choose to confront our friend or not. What do you think?
I look at you again, standing a bit taller than you and wider. I don't think confronting him now is the best option. He's our best marksman here. I can man a gun, yes, but my strengths realize here make up my biceps. I cannot aim very well. He wants to survive. I think we wait a bit more. If he feels
I'm not
threatened,
saying to kick him
that gonna
out.
be bad. Yeah, well, we are 3 kilometers away
Maybe,
from the facility. We cannot turn back now. Might as well try to get there. If he needs a fix, fine, let him have it.
no, look, we can't have a betrayal on our hands in the middle of God knows what. We gotta secure our connections properly. We gotta secure the loyalty of this man. This is a good man.
Give in an order to let me have a handgun, then, just in case.
You know what, Bart? I think you should have a word with him. Just a friendly word. And just let him know that we are all friends on this ship.
I've already done that with everyone, I guarantee you.
Oh, come on, you know what I mean.
The
You have the
station
words, Bart.
is now closer and reflects more of the sonar, the structures itself, built into the trench like a tunnel system to avoid depressurization. Big, like 4 stories tall, but you recognize a small dot like a fleck, like the size of a large fish. would reflect back to the sonar.
I
Somewhere
reckon we have
about
30 minutes.
like a kilometer away from the station itself.
I reckon we are 30 minutes from the station, by the way. But yes, I already talked with them. Already talked with everyone. Everybody's busy. Like I told you, when I approached you, he got tense, so he's still very on the job here. He will listen to you, not me.
I hope so.
Which, by the way, before I interrupt you, I suggest we leave. If we go to the station, we all leave armed, because I don't trust whatever may have happened there.
Well, of course. So you are actually suggesting that we board immediately?
Well, we gotta let Doctor finish her synthesizing the medicine first, I guess. And we need to eat
Oh,
something.
any suggestions?
We have food downstairs, but we,
Yeah.
we suggest
Where? Let me
park.
bring it up. Let me bring it up. You keep an eye, and I'll bring the food. How's that? Maybe things up a bit.
You gotta finish the steak.
Come on. The steak sounds great.
Yeah, yummers. Bing! Like I'm bored, like serious face.
The ship is in direct collision with this foreign object in the waters. It does not appear to be moving out of the way.
I go man the controls, and I make it hot, like stop, hold position.
Slowing down, the whole ship itself creaking loudly as it always does, with big movements. The engines itself working overtime to reverse course until it stops.
I go
Taking
back to
about
the
20 seconds for the whole process.
like, after all the sounds kind of stop, and I feel the vibration lower low down. I go back to the ping just to get another read.
Like 80 meters distance from the ship, a foreign object floating somewhere in the water. It appears to be the size of a small shark. Hard to tell with sonar.
I look for the lights of the ship, of the stern of the ship, and turn on the projectors if I find any.
The bridge itself having no visual cameras or any of the like, being quite low technology to stay affordable and not break apart during important missions. Manning a gun allows direct visuals.
We need someone on point, right?
Just there's something in front of us, about 100 meters or so. It looks like a big aquatic life form. Just one though.
Okay, hold back on the pings just for 5 minutes. Right? That's I take a deep breath and I just get an opportunity to the door. Get for the gun point.
The big I forget the names, like the telescopes, not exactly.
Periscope.
Periscopes, handles, mounted from the ceiling with gun triggers for the chain gun itself. On both sides, one to for the safety, the other one to shoot and release. Big apparatus that is hanging from the ceiling to hold and look through.
I get
The microphone is cutting out again when you were starting. Yeah, I think that worked. Yes.
yeah, so sorry. I get in the seat, getting comfortable, feeling the material of the periscope and against my face, and hold steady and look out into the darkness.
The light itself reflects something back at you. Something metallic floating in the water, not moving, except gentle pushes by the currents.
I could not hear anything at all.
Oh.
Okay,
You
great.
reflecting
More
back.
technical issues.
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. How is it now? Do you hear us now? All right, let's see. Did this help?
I don't hear anything. What is going on?
Check, check. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, hello.
It's not funny, so I don't know.
It's not. Well, we do our best. Wow, you can even see the mosquito on the screen. Holy shit, was in front of my face. I saw it on camera first and then in front of my eye. Bartholomew, did you want to do something while we figure this out on Jeremiah's end?
I think we can wait a bit.
You get a message to the bridge as a medical here to bridge. The resource has been synthesized. I got about 3 batches and kept 1 batch aside.
Seeing that Captain Jeremiah is busy, I reach over, step over and grab the communicator. Roger that.
All right.
All right.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Through the periscope, metallic glint reflecting the light, scanning the ocean, gently drifting back and forth with the current, stationary. Whatever it is, does not appear to react.
See anything, Jeremiah? I yell over the comms.
It's not moving. I press the com button. It's glinting. I can't get a clear visual. Do we have any more light?
I hesitate a bit and I press the button. I believe we don't. It could be some detritus of a former submarine, maybe. Metallic, you say? Water
Maybe,
mines?
perhaps. Shit. Somebody's got to go there. Yeah, we just can't risk more mines. You know.
You should call in Timothy. He would be. I think he'd be the one to have a guess at this. My guess is a landmine. Why would there be a landmine on the route to the station, though? Something really bad is happening here.
The door on the amidship to the gun turret opens as a security officer enters from the secure locker room to the gun turret. It's like, oh, Captain, something out there? Oh. Ah.
If it persists, we could try holding. Like,
yeah.
Finishing this one here and.
Yeah, let's. Yeah, we could do that. We could stop it here.
Wrap it up for today.
Yeah.
Oh, he can hear it. I think we could do that. I mean, we played for what, 2 hours, 1 hour and a half. Like, this is a lot of role play here.
Yeah, we got an hour and 20 minutes. Let's.
I think it's a nice point as well too.
Yeah, let's wrap it up here, and we are gonna find out what happens next session, and hopefully we can help Solmir solve these technical issues. Obviously, it makes it a bit more difficult, so thank you. If you're watching this, thank you for your patience. We will strive to get this figured out.
That's part of the thing, like digital, that's the one downside,
Yeah.
Of doing it digitally. It happens all the time.
Maybe we switch program, find out if StreamYard helps with this, and avoid Discord altogether. One way to find out is trying out things. All right. Thank you guys for watching.
Are we gonna have a decompression online or offline?
What do you prefer?
We could keep it online, this one, I think. Since it was a shorter session, I think. Yeah, so Somir said he's gonna return through his phone.
Okay.
So you can join the decompression.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's move on to the decompression section.
Yeah. Oh man. Can you hear us?
Let's see. Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Hey,
yes.
there we go.
Hello.
There we go.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I think I figured it out. It's basically my own fuck up. The phone is also like the Discord app is on the phone. So
it's siphoning the microphone.
Interfering. It's siphoning and causing all sorts of problems. I'm pretty sure that's the problem, honestly.
Oh, like it was trying. Was it trying to activate on the phone and on the computer, like twice?
Yes, it was.
Oh my god!
I don't know. The app is doing something, and the computer is doing something, and they sort of fight, and then it connects here, and then it connects there.
Yeah,
and then the audio goes only one of them.
The same thing. The Steam app does the same thing.
Oh
it
my
interferes
god!
A lot.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
How do we
Oh
not
shit.
have the
So,
technology yet? So why? What is it
Yeah.
with Discord? You know, I
Yeah.
thought
I mean,
yeah, I thought I'm being cheap and like I don't need to pay for StreamYard. I can do this myself.
yeah.
Discord can
If you
do
really
this.
want to have
yeah,
like
we,
the overlay, we can do that through StreamYard, but then you just run a second instance of OBS to like get just our pictures. You could do that.
Yeah, I mean StreamYard works. I wanted to avoid the duck and I don't want to
Yeah.
pay for it. It had a deal like last time when I went on StreamYard, it said,
Oh yeah.
"Oh, get it for
Same.
free." And I'm like, "What,
I was like,
really?
what?
Like,
I
what the
won the lottery. Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to enter your debit card, your card number." And I'm like,
Totally.
"Well, that means that you're gonna charge me at some point." But no, it
Exactly.
says nothing about charging
yeah,
anything. So I was
he
just
just
like,
wants to be ready to charge you.
yeah, like it didn't say get it for like get a month for free or 3 months for free. Just get
Mm,
it for free.
yeah, it was
Click
very
here.
shady.
So and I
But
don't
yeah.
trust that.
I
That
think
sounds like such snake oil salesman type deal. Like, oh my god.
yeah, but it's nice to be able to stream through Discord because everybody has Discord and it's easy to
Yeah.
use, and it actually works fine. It's just that you can't have it on your phone at the same time. So once we know that, it will probably work perfectly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had it
Yeah, we'll
happen a
fix that.
couple. Yeah, I think I've had it happen before. And I would like take the internet away from my phone, turn the internet off, so I don't have to
Airplane
Yeah,
mode.
worry.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the sessions, I was happy. I'll be very honest with you. I'm completely satisfied with the session.
Really? Because I
I
am like,
am. I am.
that's cool. That's cool. That's awesome.
And you know why? You know why I'm completely satisfied is because I
Did you
could
have
freaking
fun?
roleplay my character.
Okay.
But yeah, I could
that's
roleplay my
nice.
character. I could like progress his secret agenda. But
Yeah.
I could do like I was following his objectives. Like I said, like why I play these games, what I wanted out of this game, like I got it out of it. Even if we like
Nice.
played for shorter than we expected, I'm completely satisfied.
That's
I,
cool.
what about you, Solmir? Tell me. We are decompressing, of course. What's on your mind
Yeah,
about the game? Things that you liked or things where you that got you worried or did not know what to do, maybe even.
yeah. I'm also super satisfied. I think it was fun. And there was not a lot of action, and maybe the game master didn't have a lot to do. I don't know, but it was nice to just yeah try to take in this crazy situation where everybody has died and everybody have new rules and people don't agree on what to do and there's some maniacs running around and yeah, it was really enjoyable
There's a
in
me.
that sense.
Yeah, it's funny because like at one point, it's like trying to think like Bartholomew. Like he thought I could if Jeremiah is really like out of his depth, I think I'll have to like convince Tim for like a mutiny. But things did not go to that
Yeah, I was
point,
yeah,
and
I think I sensed that. So
yeah. But like it was still like measuring the situation. And Bartholomew still has reasons to keep some sort of distance to Timothy because of future plans, like because he's still scheming some stuff in his mind.
Okay.
One thing I have a question, just the torpedo part, I was very like I don't think I truly grasped. Like, was it like big enough to fit a body inside the torpedo, like to shoot it out? Was that it?
Yeah, I guess that was I I would say that's a faux pas on my part as a game master. So I was definitely hinting at you could shoot the bodies outside
To
with a
dispose.
torpedo, but
Mm.
you didn't really need that knowledge. Like it's something that you can think of yourself. You also have the airlocks if you want to get rid of the bodies,
Mhm.
and you
Yeah, I could
cannot.
just flush them.
Yeah, you can just flush them. So and also I did not think of like that this design would have torpedoes in the first place. So I've invented that on the spot. And I
Okay.
think I've shoehorned that information in there.
Okay.
If we play
Yeah,
this,
you did, but
go ahead, go ahead.
you did, but you can do that. I mean, you can do that if you do it if you do it consciously. You could say like the torpedoes are sized the same as a person or something like that. Just you are of course injecting that hint, but it also says something about the situation and the tone and the setting and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
That it's like that kind of thing that you would that could happen in this game.
yeah. I think it's fine to like plant the seed of the idea, and without telling Nicholas you could shoot out the body through this empty torpedo
Yeah,
tube.
Mhm.
That would be like old me. That I would take that shortcut you in my usual games before trying to stay completely as a runner, as a narrator.
yeah, but
Okay. Yeah.
that's an interesting way to think, like, because you are a player as the GM, you are still a player, and you
Yeah.
still deliver tone and you deliver not neutral content. So to be completely objective, that's very boring. Like that's like walking into a
Yes.
room and it's 12 feet by 20 feet and it's made on granite. Yeah, okay, who
Yes.
cares?
Yeah.
You also,
Exactly.
yeah,
You're right. You're right. That's for sure. I felt very much like I've had no push. I didn't want to deploy any pushes
Mm.
this session. Like I've had pushes planned once you get to places, but you have survived the big problem in the area, and you kept talking about moving to the station, but there was no controls triggered. Like I didn't hear I'm
yeah,
pushing. I'm like actually turning the knob or twisting something or grabbing the controls and pushing it forward. So at some point I just decided that um when Bartholomew was pinging, that you actually recognize things moving with each ping. Like
Mm.
giving more descriptions every time you did it. That the ship is actually in
I
motion.
did I did say at some point that I engaged the controls. For me, that means push the start button or whatever it means,
Okay.
move forward.
It could have
Maybe
been
that
that.
was unclear.
I mean, it could have went over our heads, or it could have like be a little, because sometimes your audio would glitch out, but we could get the general gist of what you're saying. So
Yes,
maybe
yes.
they,
Okay.
yeah,
I
Ah,
know you've
shit.
said
Yeah.
you're
no, it
you're looking at the controls like you're just about to interact with them, and I think I missed that beat of yeah, I'm like doing the control thing.
like it was not all, just so you know, it was not all the game. Like your
Yeah,
audio would like glitch out a bit, but sometimes it would. But even then, we could understand the general
yeah,
gist of what you said.
the
But
meaning
maybe
of
I
it.
that
see. I
was one
see.
moment. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that
I
can
see.
be
Yeah.
very difficult. I mean, technical difficulties doubles difficulty. This is why it's
Yeah,
so this is why it's so important to figure out like, oh, does this code work? Does StreamYard work? It worked last session, so I didn't think that it's something
yeah.
that needs to be what's the word, like looked at again.
Mhm. Yeah, but like about the pushes, like you had the one major push, if you like, which was the metallic object,
Yeah,
which we would have like done something about it if none decide to cut the game down. But to be very
Yeah.
honest with you, we've like it's been a month or a
Yes.
month and a half. Like we don't play. So just because we did not roll dice, just being in character and figuring out again. Okay, yeah, this is Bart. This is Bartholomew. Was good for me.
I've several moments. Do I ask
Same.
for dice to read the
panel.
pings, like the panel when you ping
Mm-hmm.
what's actually around? And I'm like, no, I'm just describing the topographical area of the Shimmer Trench,
If I
reinforcing
try
what.
to identify,
Yeah. So you can imagine. I'm looking at a map like top down, and I see lines and like elevations, so stuff like that. And the other one is cutting the meat. I'm like, oh, should he roll? It's like, so if he fails, what happens? He cuts his finger? Nah, it's kind of lame to ask for a roll here.
I felt you thinking like, do I call for a roll when I was trying to cook the creature? I felt that, but then you glanced over. I'm like, oh, okay, that's better.
Yeah.
Roll to
Just
cook. Roll to cook.
Roll to bake a cake, right? The genre classic.
Yeah. Exactly. So
No, I should not ask. Like, if you're impressing somebody with your cooking skill, sure, roll to cook a steak. But you were just like literally trying to figure this out. So let's play with the scene a bit.
Yeah, and to be honest, like anything, fry it with butter. Any food, it works out.
Yeah.
Literally any food. Like if you get slice of tomatoes and fry like with butter, like they're gonna turn out good. There's like it's a cheat way. I use cooking oil there, but
I like that of like, oh yeah, I go to the kitchen.
Don't have so much.
And I'm thinking, there's no kitchen. Is there a kitchen? Let there be a kitchen. Where is the kitchen?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
so I
like
think
up
I
to
remember.
you.
I think I remember last session asking like, "Do we have a kitchen?" And she was like, "Yeah." Because I asked her like, "Yeah, I'm gonna try cooking this thing, just to see if raise the mood. Could have like something that is not ration to eat."
Yeah, I can. I can show the thing for the stream to give them
the map, yeah,
an idea of the map itself. Let's see if I can show this.
One thing I was trying to be more mindful is describing going room through room, just to make it, like it cannot just be on one side of the ship and then be on the other.
Yeah. So you got a clear crew quarters. So if there was a kitchen, I would say, yeah, definitely. It could like be part of the crew quarters, or like maybe share a bit of the medical bay, something like that. Because you already have like cleaning utensils and stuff. And the ship is big enough that, yeah, sure, like somebody installed some kitchen stuff there for break, like a break room,
like a simple kitchen.
Yeah, and there's no
or the reactor room.
yeah. And there's no reason to abide by the map. The map, I use it as a guideline for my mental image. And when you guys come up with, oh, it's connected differently, that's totally fine. Like it doesn't matter that much.
And I'm not keeping track of the rooms anyways.
Yeah.
I'm just
exactly.
hopping from room to room. I don't know where they are actually.
Exactly. It's like, oh, it matters when it shows up during game, and especially if you have a dangerous element on board. And even then you can say, like, I scramble away from the monster in the med bay, make my way to the armory to arm myself. And that's good enough. Like, oh yeah, you gain distance, you like close doors, you may even run up or down a ladder. That's fine. Doesn't have to be exact to keep the flow going.
Yeah, And you can describe what the surroundings are if you need there to be a sequence of rooms.
Yeah, exactly. Like I reorient myself. It's like, okay, I could like give you a clear description. The other thing I was thinking, if I describe like the room layout directly on the bridge, because you saw the air duct opening and filling up with water,
Oh yeah.
which I was specifically giving I was I was trying real hard to tell you what your character sees without telling you what you see, type deal.
That's the struggle.
I had a hard time understanding that part. So the air duct next to the bridge, what is that? That is filling with water. I don't understand that.
I think it was the airlock. Someone was get get was outside and was entering the same way when the divers go out on these expeditions. That's how I understood it.
Yeah, so on the bridge,
Oh,
you have the
okay. So there
monitors.
is one on the bridge.
No.
Oh, the monitors. Ah,
Yes, the monitors
okay.
tell you which room is underwater, so you know if you're sinking or raising and where you
Yes.
need to fix the leak, right? So that you can tell, oh God, like, oh, the reactor room is underwater. Quick, go there, fix it,
Yeah, it's good to
fix the
know.
leak.
Good to know. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so actually seeing that it opens up and fills the airlock with water, and the ping, like one of the swimmers returning, was me hinting like, okay, you're talking, I'm moving my NPC, he's picking up the dead bodies outside. You had an hour time. So we are not supposed to leave resources to waste. He's I'm just gonna say either you said he should do it or he did it by himself. You guys can react to that
It's
information how you
protocol,
like.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was
Matthew,
nice to also get.
go ahead.
Hmm? It was nice to get that you were like painting the picture and the situation, because I did not feel comfortable, kind of explaining what had happened in the aftermath of last session.
Yeah, that
Sort of got the ball
absolutely.
rolling with the crew and cleaning up and all this.
I was very in my head I was very worried. Am I being like, as a game master, am I being too slow? Right? That was in my mind. Should I hurry you up? And I
Absolutely not, in my opinion. No, I don't think so. I think it was nice.
Yeah, like it was not like we were doing nothing. Like we are doing things, and I think you respected the pace of the game. Like if something attacked the thing again, like okay. I don't think that would be contrived, but I don't feel like the way when I said I was satisfied, like I got the short objective. I'm gonna help remove the suits. Then I'm gonna hide the bodies so we don't have to see it all the time. Then after that, I'm gonna try cooking. Like I
yeah,
was, following and already playing. Like okay, what I will do if we really go to the station.
I
So I was doing things, and I think Jeremiah was also like on the role of the captain, trying to. I don't know how you feel about that, but like I was satisfied, like I said, with the tempo of everything. It was like a more somber social session than anything.
mm-hmm. I was thinking a couple of times. I was thinking, do I say like an hour passes, and you guys can
Uh,
basically say, "Oh, I finished this and I finished that." Because what I would usually do in a like normal game, like in a uh like
we,
what would come naturally to me is like you say, oh, I stuffed the bodies, put them away, and I say, you put them away.
Mhm.
and it's over. Like, okay, we can do the next thing. You don't need to linger on the same scene for like 4
Oh, I
turns.
see what you mean.
And
Yeah.
I don't want to like slow your roll. I'm totally fine if the pace is slow.
Mhm.
I liked it actually personally.
You know,
But then
I
I'm
would
think
be a bit
yeah.
frustrated.
Yeah,
If you did not let me remove the bodies, I would be a bit frustrated. I'm like, come on, man, you're taking my agency away. You know, if you really want to like,
right.
I think if you really want to make
Speed up the
me speed up
pace.
things, make it so a character comes up or something comes up that requires my attention, but like don't skip what I'm doing
Yeah, yeah,
because that's
definitely.
why I enjoyed this game. Like I could do the things I wanted, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, and like I was cooking, you know, I
absolutely.
was like, I'm gonna cook a mean steak, I'm gonna serve everybody, and I'll try to cheer up. But then he gets on the comms, you know, that's like, hey man, you know, it was not you, but it
I've
was him.
I really enjoyed it because I am choosing that he calls it like the pan is sizzling with the steak as the
Yeah.
call comes through. It's like I could have said like the steak looks really well done as the call comes through.
Mhm.
So I did go
That
for the
was
comedic beats there.
Yeah, it was very funny as well when Timothy left the room. It's like, what smell is this? You know, it's like, yeah, it's the uncooked
He's
mud wrapper
going to
steak.
the kitchen and find out.
Yeah, I was like hoping he can like have I guess foresight of finishing for the rest. You know, finish cooking it. Yeah,
Finish for him.
yeah. So like, just real back, like I don't think you should as a DM. Like I said, if you want to speed things up, don't cut what the player is doing. Add a push, add an element, and let the player take that as, oh, okay, I need this requires my attention now. You know.
Absolutely. And and that's why I was thinking saying like an hour passes to allow you guys say what you did without going into the
Mm-hmm.
details. But when it happens in Phil's game on when they were on Hell on that prison planet,
He got
nobody liked.
flack for it.
Yeah, nobody liked it. He got flack
that's
for
a
it.
classic discussion for that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think it's the same principle. Like I want to do things. Like I want to have be my character. So yeah, I think a time skip
Mhm.
need to be more not soft. Yeah, more soft or hard coded between the group. Okay, this is what we want. You know, if we go to bed, maybe like that's a given. Yeah, we can
yeah,
skip ahead. But I think that's
I
something
think
that we should
sometimes there's a
discuss.
clear,
Oh, please. Sorry.
yeah, but sometimes there's a clear indication, right, that a
Hmm.
time skip is appropriate. But also
yes,
sometimes it's about expectations of what is the game supposed to be focused about, or what's the pacing and all this. And that's we have not agreed on that. We have not talked about that.
Hmm.
So it's reading the situation, because in the first session, last session, there was a nice time skip because we wanted to get into the action.
yes,
Hmm.
Just a short introduction and then getting into the action.
Yeah, that
And in
yeah,
did
this
not
case, we
really
were
work.
yeah.
getting, we wanted to do this thing here, just talking to the APCs and each other.
We had a lot of crew drama in the first episode of what do we do, who is the captain, and that played out nicely. And when we returned, I think because it took us like 5 weeks to return to the game, we had to readdress this because that was in the forefront of our minds to figure out the hierarchy of the crew. Like, what do we do? Do we go back? Do we go to the station? And
Mm.
I really like that because I didn't want to force you guys like, and you're in front of the station. That would have taken
Mm.
agency away from Nicolas to be like, we should not go to the station.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
am I being too metagaming that I'm insisting on going to the station? I mean, I think
No,
Jeremiah is really looking for something, but at the same time, so I also want that to investigate it because I'm curious.
Yeah, no, I think it generated drama, which was good.
Mm.
You know, it did not escalate to anything physical or like more drastic, but there was tension in the air. You know, like the crew is not that excited to go there, but
No.
yeah, but we're doing it because now you're the captain. I think it was good. I think it was nice.
Did you like the 1-2 minute segment of explaining what happened? Because I did add extra elements of like in narrator mode before you guys take control. Where I was basically implying returning back home like with IOUs and debts that are to be collected on if you return empty-handed. And that's like both an explanation for the viewers, but also for the players to think about when it's their turn of how they want to react. Is that like yay, or is that like nah? I didn't need to know this.
For me, it's totally yay. It feels like being a little bit like being in a radio show, and it is a recap, but it also sets the stage and the expectations, and it also paints some world building. And these games are sometimes very low on the world building explanations, and I miss it a little bit sometimes. So it was nice to set the stage in that way, in my opinion.
I have to agree, especially because of the long hiatus.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Yeah, I liked a lot more things, but let's talking.
I have a question. Did you
Yeah, go ahead.
about Jeremiah? Could you recognize the character from last time, or was it a distinct character, or how did that? How did you sense his personality?
Do you mean Nicolas or me?
Either. I don't know.
Well, I'd have to rewatch the first one, to be very honest with you. Like I said, like the 1 month gap really scrambled because I played some games in between.
Yeah.
I've been different people in between.
Yeah, I've been
But
schizophrenic since the last time we've played.
yeah, but I enjoyed
That's
it
good.
more.
That's good.
To be honest, it was more like I think your character was more interesting this session because like you're doubling down the craziness. No, we're going there. I'm like, oh, but that was cool,
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to rewatch to say if it changed or not. I kept
No,
thinking about
I'm
the fact you were a mutant too. I was like, will that be brought up? Because it's something very like personal, but I was thinking about that. Because
Yes.
Bartholomew was thinking like, if something happens, that can be something that can be leveraged.
Of course, that's what these characters do. They're a little bit conniving.
Yeah. That's literally my trait.
Okay.
Yeah, that's literally my trait. I'm conniving.
Yeah, I was like nudging to. I remember last time you've pocketed the substance, and I had written down what it is, but you did not get to look at it last session. So I was really happy that you actually pulled it out to read what it says. Because I was like, it can be whatever it is, but if you say that it's something completely different, I guess I throw out the notes about Calixonites, right? Like I'm gonna ignore this whole thing. If you say, oh yeah, this is the other drug that I'm inventing on the spot, like, oh okay, fine, I'll go with it.
Yeah. Now it was really cool turn of events, because like my character was alluring or alluding, right?
Alluding.
Was alluding to the vertigo, the orange pill, the drug that he inserted,
Yeah.
But then that came out, and he's like, oh, this might actually be more beneficial to my. I'll just okay, that might be it. Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
So it was interesting because I had forgotten about that, but my character also didn't know about that. So it was really a surprise for me when that information came up. Like, oh, yeah, That was kind of nice.
Yeah, that's cool because we play with imperfect information. That can happen, and it feels naturally to roleplay it out that way.
Yeah.
If it's like all players at the table, there would be like back and forths, like, oh, did you know about that? Or no, you know?
Have you heard of the high elves?
Wait, do you know about the drugs that I was hiding or no? It's like, no, I don't think so. I'm trying to be in character. It's like, oh, okay. Like, we don't need to have those discussions.
Yeah.
No, no.
That's for
Yeah,
after the game.
that's
Which, by the way, oh, sorry, go on. Just after we finished, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Go ahead.
no, it's playing with an imperfect information. It's mostly a blessing. It also makes some things like, impossible, but yeah, it's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's more interesting. I find it more interesting because things come up. I think what the decompression, this moment of the game, this is the part where we do that. Hey, what was that? Oh, did you catch that? Like, because I don't
Yeah.
want to break character in game. Just want to remember something. I pocketed some of the ammo. Bartholomew pocketed the ammo, and he scattered some on the rooms. Just to remember that. That's important.
Oh, I forgot
Okay,
about
yeah,
that.
that's good to know.
Yeah. So if I go to court, I have an alibi. Yeah.
There was also in the first session, Bartholomew and Jeremiah had made like a mini pact that they were going to deal something, and that was.
Oh, you knew about it. My character told you, I think.
I didn't know. I don't know. No. He didn't. He didn't know about that, but he understood there was that, or understood that Bartholomew was interested in some kind of tricks
Yeah. So
or
I
stealing
think
or
I think
something
I
like that,
think
and he was into it.
I think he told you it was smuggling ammo. Like he said, I know a guy in the Ark who really pays well for ammo. So that became
And
like
no,
his secondary goal. No, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I said something about that.
okay,
You have to rewatch it.
We have to
yeah,
Definitely.
okay.
correct the record.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's also a difficult thing to catch in 4D, right? Like you think you remember something from like 4 sessions ago, but the other guy remembers it completely differently. Like how do you address that in the game when it happens in the moment? And
I
it's
think
not easy.
how I would do it,
no, it's not so easy.
I say, "Oh, did you see the yellow fish?" No, it was blue, and then the GM comes in and like rectifies with the environment.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
purple fish looks at you like you're all morons. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
uh,
But yeah,
my
I
memory
didn't.
is not
I should have.
perfect.
I should have rewatched the game before coming in, which I did not do. That was homework that I did not do.
Yeah,
I can't do that because it's too much time to spend.
yeah.
At least every time I can't watch the whole thing every time because
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it
I
done.
mean, if
I
you're
would
playing
rather focus on other things.
if you're
Hmm?
playing weekly, it's easy to. No, I remember like most of what happened, but
Yeah,
like what we
good
did,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, it's having the long breaks, like talking about it before the session starts. So like, I had this. I've did we talk about this in character? And we can hash some of it out real quick, like without like revealing your secrets, because like part of it, this is what I want to do with my character, and the other part is this is a secret agenda I'm aiming for that the other character are not supposed to know.
Even
And
the
it,
DM doesn't know.
yeah,
Even the GM
yeah,
doesn't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's a good idea too. I have
I've
one thing that I found was really difficult for me, and when you had these blips and we moved closer by like 3 kilometers to one. That was really, really nice. It gave a sense of motion and a countdown of sorts. But the description of the structure was for me not enough for me to really catch a good impression of it because it was too short. Maybe it's my cognition that is too slow or whatever, for whatever reason that I did not get a clear picture of whatever it was that we were seeing in this.
it's a CRT
sauna.
screen. What are you supposed to see on that? Right? Like, how much am I going to describe? It's
but
yeah.
you're right. Yeah, but yeah. It's not easy to. I don't know.
Yeah, but funny you mentioned the ping, the woman with the pings, because it was something that like when I did, I was just like, I'm just anchoring my character, like ping, and then Zolar mentioned closer. I'm like, oh, so we're doing this then. Then I knew like every time I ping, we're gonna get in closer. So it was like kind of this unspoken at the moment contract. Like I have some control of how fast we're going. That was kind of neat.
Exactly. Like I'm moving. I want to move the scene along, but nobody's looking outside. Like nobody's looking at the radar. Nobody's using the sonar to see what's around them. So you're literally in this tin can floating through the ocean with no idea where you are. How am I gonna give you information if you're not looking?
Yeah.
Also, there was a thing. I think I regret it. You, with Jeremiah, you
The
were
window.
looking for the screen, like you pull up the screen to look outside, and I'm like, no, there's no screen. And I'm like, ah. I mean,
At the moment, I felt like, it's a bit rough, but
it should be fine. Like, draw a cable from the camera, from the periscope, something. But I'm like, no. But
that's totally fine. I mean, I just because I should probably know more about the interior of this room, and I was like, it's good to have some rigid world that the way, and this creates the claustrophobia of the submarine, that there's no windows anywhere.
True. Yes. It's
maybe
information you could not have known without asking me beforehand, right? So that's
but it's true. But I should not be able to 4D just some windows there. I think it would not be nice.
Can I
go ahead
chime in like my opinion on the matter? Because when you said that, I was thinking like, okay, what if it were me? Like, how would I do it? And there were like two crossing ideas in my mind. First, I think I would have tried to compromise just to emphasize like the layout is not that simple, or like, but I don't know what I would have done. I don't like, maybe I would have just let him do. But to be fair, he was not the captain all along, so he didn't know the layout the same way the captain did. With that in mind, I thought, you know what? Deny him here, I kind of get it because of that. But if he were the captain from session 1, I'd be like, I think he should have the right to 4D the window here,
Yeah, I can see that. And I've tried in the description, I said no, because the technology level of the ship is so low to keep it running for such a long time.
Did you say I look at or I look for the window?
I think that he looks like he pulls down the window or something like that. I think it was pretty like definite that this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I got denied. Yeah.
Denied.
That's necessary sometimes,
But how did you feel when that happened? Like, did you feel like you got like your agency was removed, or did you feel like, or it's just an obstacle,
It just feels it feels like feedback to what the world was like. I just felt, and it was a better one. I mean, it's nice that we have on a bridge, we have the instruments, and then if you want visuals, I mean, you're deep under the sea. It's super dark. You may have
Yeah.
some projectors that you can point in somewhere, and it's a very manual, tactile thing.
You need the
And it
second
feels
guy that gives
creepy
you
that you need to
answer.
climb into some. What?
Yeah, like you need the second guy that gives you answers through the radio what he's seeing, like a game of
Yeah.
telephone, and he's on the periscope
Yeah.
on the level below. You don't actually have access to a periscope on the bridge. It's like, this stupid submarine. Who designed this piece of crap?
Oh yeah, that was a thing. Like when we said because I think Summer understood it was from the bridge. That's why I said I yell over the comm. Like I was trying to like we are not in the same room right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I was trying to rectify that because I remember that when we were fighting, I was in a separate room with team fighting. We were not in the same room as the.
Yes. Yeah, the gun.
And I think you got that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out well. And if it happened, I would be like, it's not breaking much. Like I didn't feel like
it's
we
just a periscope.
Yeah, like the only thing we are losing is the resolution of the mindscape. It's not not like game breaking.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, after all, 3.5 this whole session.
Yeah. Which means we
Cool.
gotta have to have a third session to see where we are going.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. Yeah. I'm down. Of course.
We should.
Or we cancel it here and we will never find out. What a disappointing way to end Barotrauma.
Yeah. You have like 8 decks like this size, and they all died.
And they died.
Yeah, and at the end, then they died. But that's how many campaigns end. They just don't. They never get finished. So that's life. But,
yeah.
Sessions that should be okay. But yeah, man, that was an awesome game. I'm really excited to play again. I really want to keep on, finish this thing. Alive or dead.
Yeah.
Alive or dead, exactly. We know it's gonna end, honestly. Yeah.
So
who goes first? Anyway, thank you so much for the game, and
yeah.
Have a good night.
End the stream here for anybody who's watching. See ya, guys.
At Etera RPG, my channel.
Yes, Etera
I have a brand
RPG.
now.
Yes.
I have a brand now.
On Nicolas' YouTube, I'm gonna put his YouTube channel in the description.
Got some game